Is the Google Nest Cam indoor, outdoor worth your money? Should you actually be spending $240 on a camera? Well, I'm not sure, so let's get into it. Hi everybody, my name is Dara. Welcome back to DIY Space. Thanks for tuning into our channel today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, but let's get into today's video. Today, we're going to be unboxing, installing, and reviewing the Google Nest Cam indoor, outdoor. So the Google Nest Cam is in the newest addition to the Google Nest lineup. It is pretty cool, looks really, really nice. But in the past, we've just never really thought about adding a Google camera to our lineup of home automation devices because Google Nest cameras are one of the most expensive cameras in the market. We do have alternatives that actually do the job. So what we're trying to find out today is if the Nest camera is actually worth the buy and what differentiates it from every other thing in the market. So let's take a look at the box and see what's inside, and then we're going to show you how we installed it, where we installed it, and just kind of talk about all the features it has. Let's go.
The camera is equipped with 1080p 30 frames per second camera with 130-degree field of vision and records at 16:9 aspect ratio. It also has an inbuilt microphone and speaker for two-way talk with noise cancellation. It has a single motion sensor with 110 horizontal field of vision and can detect up to 25 feet. The night vision can illuminate up to 20 feet. It has a 2.4 gigahertz radio and a Bluetooth low energy. This basically means you can connect to your 5G network. The camera is rated for between -20 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius and has a IP54 weather resistance rating. This camera does event-based recording and keeps the history for up to 3 hours. If you want longer than that, you can subscribe to the $8 monthly Nest Aware subscription, which can increase that to 30 days. The Nest Cam has an internal memory that can store footages for up to 1 hour in the case of a power outage or network interruption. These footages get uploaded to the cloud once connectivity is restored. The Nest Cam is equipped with on-device AI processing. So this allows it to be able to process people, faces, animals, and events locally without having to connect to the cloud. It means that you get your notifications a lot faster. The Nest Cam works obviously with the Google Assistant, allowing you to be able to view it on your Google Assistant smart displays. So you can ask Google to display the feed of your camera on your smart home display. It also works with Alexa as well, but it requires a little bit of configuration. At this point in time, it doesn't support Apple HomeKit, so Apple users, you're out of luck on this one. Hey Google, show the deck camera.
Okay, streaming the deck camera.
As regards the battery life, this camera can be used either as in the battery mode or wired mode. In the battery mode, Google claims that you can get up to 7 months of battery life if you only get between 2 to 5 events per day. If you get between 12 to 15 per day, this shortens the time to 2.5 months. And if you get between 20 to 35 events per day, now you could see yourself having to charge this thing every month. All right, let's proceed with unboxing this Nest Cam. Looking at the packaging, it looks quite minimalistic and simple. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and remove the wrap on the box so we can access the camera inside. Inside the box, we're greeted with the beautifully and aesthetically designed Nest Cam. I say it's very nice. On the front, you have the QR code which you need for registration. Make sure you keep that. On the side, we have the speaker, the magnetic charging port, and the mounts for mounting it. On the front, you have the lens, which includes the night motion sensor and then the microphone. Also included in the box is the manual and then the magnetic charging USB cable, the adapter, and the mounting base. There is also provided the mounting screws, so you have anchors and screws to be able to mount your mounting base. Now we're going to go to the app, but first we have to power on the camera. And once after doing that, we can head over to the app and set up a new device. Once you head up to set up a new device, you want to add it to your home, then select camera, and then select Nest Cam. Scan the QR code from previously, and then it finds the Nest Cam. Once that's all done, you can go through the usage guidelines if you feel like it. But I'm going to skip all of that for now and then just head over to configuring this app. I'm going to select it for outdoors, and now it's going to connect to the Wi-Fi. After that, you can proceed with selecting the room you want it to be. I'm going to select my deck, and then once that's done, it's going to download and install update. Once that's done, you can confirm that the camera is working. Now we can take the camera outside. Grab a Phillips screwdriver or a drill with Phillips head, and now we're going to screw the base into whatever surface you want to mount your camera to. Once that's securely attached, we can attach the magnetic base to that other base. Confirm that it's properly firm and secure, and then we can attach your camera onto that magnetic base. Now we can head back to the app and confirm that the camera is up and running and it is facing the direction we want it to be facing. Within the app, we can configure things like events we want to get notified on, the video quality, and then we can also set up our activity zone. When you set up activity zone, you only get detection and notification based on that zone. The Google Nest Cam offers impressive aesthetic design enough to fit with most interior decor, simplistic ease of installation. There are a couple of drawbacks to take into consideration before purchasing this camera. First and foremost is the lag that comes with wireless solutions. Google recommends having at least 2 megabits per second upload and download speed on your ISP, internet service provider, and also a good wireless coverage, especially if you're going to be installing this outside. Despite me having over 1000 megabits per second upload and download speed and a full wireless coverage across my house based on the Unify wireless solution, I still get significant lag between event detection and notification. This can be an hassle sometimes because a lot of the times some things would have happened before I get notified about it, and I'll rather prefer to see it happen instantaneously. So that's one thing to take into consideration. Secondly, it is the price to feature value that this thing provides. This camera comes in at a whopping 240 Canadian dollar, and it doesn't come with the 4K camera. It only comes with 1080p camera. This is a major goof off. It also doesn't come with any additional accessories or options besides the magnetic base. For less than half the price, I can pick up a Reolink Angus 4 camera that comes with a solar panel and it's also battery, so pretty much offers similar features as the Google Nest Cam, and I'll pick it up for less than half the price. You could also pick up the Halo wire-free camera, which comes with 4K camera and supports Google Assistant, Alexa, and even HomeKit support, which this Nest Cam doesn't. Thirdly, it is the lack of local storage. This for me is a big thing. I like to keep my footages, especially if I'm recording something on the inside of my house, local. I don't want it connected to the cloud. Although the Nest Cam has an internal memory capable of storing up to 1 hour of footages, you can access this directly without uploading to the cloud. And you can only access the last 3 hours, which is a pain. But if you want more than that, you have to get the Nest iOS subscription, which also is a pain. I hate the fact that I have to be tied to a monthly subscription to be able to access my footages. Whereas the likes of Reolink Angus 4 cameras have memory card slot inside of it where you can put in your memory card and record your footages and keep them local, and then it can keep overriding whenever the memory is maxed out. So that way you have access to your footages. Although Google claims that the reason why they don't allow you access to the internal memory storage of this camera is because of security reasons. So if your camera gets stolen, then no one can access those footages. Yes, that's all nice and great, but I also like to have the option of a memory card slot, which is very easy to, I'm sure it shouldn't be that difficult to implement if companies like Reolink can do that in their cameras. Just put it in there and give us that option. So that's definitely another thing to take into consideration. Another drawback of this is the ease of theft of this camera. This camera only comes with a magnetic base, and then the camera sticks to that magnetic base easily. If you put this in an easy to reach location, anybody could just walk up there and take it out and walk away with the camera. Now that could potentially be a problem. However, there are third-party options like Wirestein security mounts that you can purchase from the Google store as well that you can use to secure this down. Or you could install this in a hard to reach location. But installing it in a hard to reach location also means that it's going to be hard for you to reach every time you have to recharge this camera. So take that into consideration before purchasing this camera. Other options like the Reolink Angus 4 provides solar panel with this camera. Although there are going to be third-party options coming up pretty soon that would offer solar panel options for this camera, it's quite frustrating that this would cost you extra as well on top of the $240 price point when I can pick up other cameras for less than half the price and that comes with all of this in one package.
In the event that your camera gets stolen, Google does offer a free replacement. However, there are terms and conditions that have to be met.
So who is this Nest Cam good for? This is good for someone who's already within the Nest ecosystem. So you have the Nest Google Assistant smart displays, the speakers. You have all the old Google platform and the Google apps. This would be great for you. And you also want the simplistic ease of installation, and you don't mind paying for the monthly subscription or not, and you don't mind paying that much money for one camera, then this camera will be great for you. But for other people that don't like all of this, there are lots of other better options, and I don't think this camera is worth 240 Canadian dollar. In my opinion, I would be considering other options like the Allo, the Reolink. Thank you so much for joining me today on this product review of the Nest Cam indoor-outdoor battery camera. If you find this video useful, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.